Oh, it's a big holiday episode of Popcast Deluxe. Welcome to Popcast Deluxe, your I got it, let's try it, and rate it 1 through 10 or higher of weekly cultural review. I'm John Caramanica, a critic at the New York Times.
I'm Joe Coscarelli. I am a reporter at the New York Times.
And I'm the Kid Mero, do-rag model of the year from 2005 until.
It's a big year-end episode on Popcast Deluxe. We've been here. First of all, shout out Playboy Claus, also in the building today.
Slap.
We appreciate him joining us. It's been a big and wild year in popular culture. We wanted to have a recap episode, but we didn't want to do anything as straightforward as songs of the year, which we did on regular Popcast. No shots to regular Popcast. We want to do something a little bit looser. We brought Mero in. First of all, if you don't know, I first wrote about Mero in the Times more than 10 years ago.
Yes.
Wow.
More than 10 years ago. And if you have been following, you know exactly what's happening. Shows on Vice, Showtime, new show with Carmelo Anthony. We're going to get into that in a minute. But Mero is primarily here today to provide context and commentary on some of the wildest characters of 2023. Right. And when we say character, we mean that loosely. Could be anything. Could be a real person, could be a fictional person, could be a politician. But we're going to go in on all of them.
They're fictional sometimes.
Yes, it really did.
Most of the time.
Overlap. Strong overlap. Joe, do we want to run down or we're just going to freestyle it?
Subscribe to the channel?
Please.
Let's run that down.
First of all, YouTube.com/Popcast. Like and subscribe. The other thing we'll say, last week, Big Jelly Roll was in the chair. A heart-rending interview, I would say. Man cried. You got a lot to look. He cried on camera. So go back and watch that. But YouTube.com/Popcast. Hit subscribe. We will be here every week, except maybe next week because it's a holiday.
And maybe the one after that, because it's also a holiday.
TBD. TBD.
Come on, man.
We're going to go be in Jersey for a little while.
For free?
Yeah, exactly. Literally, it's free content. Come on, it's free content.
Before we jump into it,
I would love to, yeah.
Mero, catch us up. Like, where you been?
Sam, where you been since 2013?
Since 2013.
First of all, we're going to show the photo and the article that I did in 2013 with Mero in, where was that? Where you have your feet all in the mat in the pedicure tub?
It was the nail salon on Tremont across from F&B, the bodega that I always used to go get Dutchess from. But they were like, yo, you can't take pictures in here. I don't know what had happened previously that night. They were like, yo, you can't take pictures in here right now. Something's going on. So I ran across the street and I just jumped in the chair. And Shorty was just like, yeah. Like, he just be running up and down the Ave all the time. So, doing mischief.
And at that point, Mero was blogging, but still had your day job. Victory Light 1.0 blog. We need hoodies as well.
Yeah, gotcha.
Still had your day job as an aide in a school.
As an aide in a junior high school, 117, my alma mater, you know what I'm saying? I also attended the school. And man, that was like, that was like boot camp, fam, for like, yo, this is a
How old
real
were the kids?
job. 6th to 8th grade.
Okay.
But keep in mind, this is 176th Street and Jerome Avenue in the Bronx. So basically, it was like they were like 20 years old mentally.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh, God. I was like, no, I got to be the old me.
Right.
Instead of the guy with the Dockers and the Van Heusen wrinkle-free shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
I got to go get in your
You got to let him know.
I'm saying, yeah.
You got to let him know.
But, that was great. And it was like, I had a great time there because I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying, from the kids. I feel like, talk about full circle moments. I'm in Franklin Lakes now. Shout out to me, you know what I'm saying? Did my thing, whatever. And one of my kids was like, yo, your house looks ill. Can I shoot a video there? So shout out to Lord Stunner, you know what I'm saying? My guy.
One of the kids you taught.
Yes, came back and shot a rap video in front of my crib. Yes.
Is it out?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
we're gonna play it.
You always told me I know no one, I won't make it. But it was always up to me how far I wanna take it. You know where I'ma take it. I swear I could've called it. All the work I put in, I swear that I was ballin'. But I'ma get my all in. Think I was going hard before, now I'ma go my hardest. I could pull a you on you, but you know how my heart is. We was in them foreigns way before we could afford them. I was window shopping, all the Jordans up on Fordham.
He has a future.
Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you know
Commenters, let us know.
Yeah, exactly.
What I've realized is anybody got a future if, like, you do things the right, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you kind of, like, package them right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not about talent?
Wow.
Like, yo.
Damn. 10 years of Hollywood broke you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it hurt. It's like, yo, I'm so shocked, John.
But seriously,
I've seen some things.
You
Joe.
made it out of.
But you have. I mean, look, in that time you were blogging on the side. I think that was the first real interview you had done.
Yeah.
And now talk about it. I mean, Big show on Vice with Deezus, big show on Showtime. Now Carmelo Anthony podcast.
Carmelo Anthony podcast, Victory Light popping off. I got irons in the fire that were pre-strike that now is picking back up. You know what I'm saying? I got a book I'm writing on fatherhood. You know what I mean?
Four kids.
4 kids, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Heather.
Big shout out to Heather.
How was the strike for you? Were you down?
I was stressed because I was just like, damn, bro, you living off money that's just sitting there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not making money to pay your bills. You're just living off this pile of money that's dwindling. But I got to spend mad time with my kids. You know what I mean? So, that was amazing, man. Because, when you interviewed me in 2023, I had one and one on the way. You know what I'm saying? So, that was dope. I got to coach Pee Wee football. You know what I mean? I was the coach prime of Franklin Lakes.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So you went, 1 and 6?
Damn.
Yo,
What, you recruiting kids from other towns?
Undefeated.
You're like, my O-line sucks.
And my kid's on it. I'm like, get your ass up in the air. The low man wins.
Yeah.
Yo, but football's one of them crazy sports where you can talk crazy to the kids and the parents don't mind.
Right. They're like, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, yo, yell at my kid, bro.
Yeah.
Call him a mother. I'm like, whoa. I was like, no, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Miss Grossman. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Miss Goldberg, I am not going to say that to your child.
But let me ask this, given Joe's question about the strike, I wonder, we've talked at times when I think you were still in the learning process of the big picture of what was in front of you. And I wonder, when you think now, having had this, you're at a place of relative stability in the entertainment field, but I wonder, what are the things that you think that you were either unaware of or naive about in terms of how this business functioned?
Oh man. I didn't realize, I was approaching everything like it was corporate America. Everything is a meritocracy. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who you know. It's just about the work you do and being talented. And if you're talented, you're gonna succeed. And if you grind, man, get out of here, bro. If you make this, bro, you could be the illest. You know what I'm saying? The illest writer, comedian, rapper, singer, whatever, bro.
Sure.
But it's really it's a combination of everything. You gotta have talent. You know what I mean? You can't be abjectly talentless. You know what I mean? Because that don't work. You know what I mean? Unless it's some.
We see some of you putting out records. We do see some of you putting out records.
Listen, I know.
Just for the record,
my kids is putting them on repeat. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, get that out of here, B. That's listen to Playboy Cardi. We were a proper country. Yeah, like a real kid. God damn it. Listen to Kid Leroy harmonize. You know what I'm saying?
All you opium lifestyle kids, we see you.
You know how they say, seeing the sausage get made?
Yeah, of course.
It's damn, oh, you put that in it? And the amount, when you scale up, right? Because this is ill. You know what I mean? And that's what I said in the first episode of the Mellow thing. I was like, I'm glad that we're doing this thing like this. And it's just small. You know what I mean? Because now with food, if you see something that's food that says small batch, you're like, ooh, oh, this is good. This is you know what I mean? This is made with care.
Yes.
So that's what I realized.
Artisanal.
Yes,
right.
Artisanal podcast.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that's the what you kind of sacrifice when you scale up.
Do you feel like you lost yourself in that for a little bit?
Yeah, man. Because it's I thought this is what I got to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was presented to you as no other option.
Right.
This is the path.
Right.
If you want to grow.
Exactly.
Do you feel on some level, having seen that, makes you want to return to the artisanal?
Oh yeah.
Is that what's informed the choices to kind of
100%.
do what you're doing?
Yeah,
with Mellow,
part
do
of
these
going
things?
solo was getting back to roots.
Yes. 100%. Getting back, having one foot in each, you know what I mean? And being able to move between the two.
A little bit of Hollywood, a little bit of
Because
DIY.
I learned Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? Trial by fire. Yo, I know what y'all do. I know the schemes.
Right.
I know the loopholes, you know what I mean? Also, it's monetary for me, you know what I mean? Because I'm bro, I'm first generation, be you know what I mean? It's just MOE, you know what I'm saying? And definitely made me want to go back to the essence of yo, we're just having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's at a certain point, if you're not, if you're going in and you're damn, bro, yo, I'm taking half a Xanax just to do this show.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because I'm freaking out.
You were
damn,
at
bro.
that point?
Yeah,
At the
yo, I
end
don't
of
even
the
know,
Showtime stuff?
bro, who's showing up to set?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yo, I got to go off the dome, you know what I mean? And I don't know if I'm going to get it back. You know what I mean? Because that's the key of duo comedy is yes and, right? You never a joke. Because then you're on an island yo, damn,
right.
that would have banged if you would have just said
picked up off
word or And that was like stressful as hell, man. But then
because you guys got to a place where that flow wasn't happening
wasn't
like it
happening,
used to.
You know what I mean? And that was like where the whole like running gag, like the Hollywood Jesus running gag came out.
sure.
Yep.
And it was like that. And it was just like, for me, it was like, fam, we're not there yet. Like, if this little thing is like a model of like, yo, this is the pinnacle of Hollywood, it's like, yo, we're right here.
We just
We're
got in
about
the
to
door.
be right here.
Yeah.
Like, we're about to be right here. We're here. That's like the pinnacle where it's just like, bro, you do 2 or 3 bangers and you could just sit back and then just do stuff for fun. And it's like, fam, we got to get there.
Right, we're
before,
not.
When we get there, yo, do whatever the hell you want, my G. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't get there yet.
Yeah.
And I knew that because, you know, seeing all the stuff and like being in the weeds, like looking at like line production stuff and budgets and stuff like that. Shit, I ain't never do nothing like that before.
Yeah, sure.
Like I was just showing up to Red Bull Studios and chopping it up. Just talking. So that part of it made it be like, I feel like I'm doing real work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, ugh.
Sure.
Like my parents didn't come in for me to work.
I didn't come to work to work.
What? Y'all are wilding. Like, let's go. My parents would have me if I was supposed to be working, I was supposed to be working on the farm right now in Valverde Mao. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Beautiful land, I'm sure.
beautiful
land.
Oh man, amazing. I love it. Like the avocados are this big, bro. Which is a wild thing. This is a wild tangent. But like, it's so crazy to me to see avocados treated like they're treated here in America. Because in DR, they literally are growing on trees in the street. And if you're eating avocados,
Just running over avocados.
yeah, like if you're eating avocados, it's like, oh, you broke. Like, oh, you can't afford chicken or beef? Oh, you eating avocados. Okay, it's the opposite. I'm like, bro, you eating chicken? You don't got multigrain toast with avocado on it for breakfast? Oh, you broke bum.
Real arbitrage opportunity for an entrepreneur who wants
what I'm
to sort
saying?
of take advantage
That's
of the
why I bring
balance.
suitcases full of
That's what I'm
avocados
saying.
back every single time,
And
bro.
customs, you're like, nope. No
Yeah, nah.
avocados.
I just got a BBL, bro. That's all it is. All right? Respect me.
Okay, so you're back. Victory Light, the Mellow thing, smaller scale, more intimate.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty big year for independent media creators, generally speaking, including the first subject on our list of characters. Of
Really good
You like that transition?
Yeah.
All right. Professional.
Are you on Cameo?
Oh man, yo, the funny thing about Cameo is like, shout out to my agent Ryan. He was like, yo, he's like, nah, dude. He's like, you're not there yet, man.
What?
Oh,
He's
you're
like,
not quite, like you're not
no,
big
no.
enough.
No, not that.
Oh,
He's
you're
like,
not low enough.
you're not. Yeah. He's like,
you went on the down
he's like, you're not down bad, bro.
Oh.
He's like, you got a lot of offers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's like, you don't do that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, maybe in like 30 years or something.
Yeah. George Santos.
Out here.
Hey Heath, George Santos here. I'm so proud of you for coming out as a furry, and I just wanted to tell you that your friends and family all accept you, and they're all excited about your persona, which is awesome to be a beaverpuss, a beaver and a platypus.
I think
Yeah.
he said he's making $80,000.
He's the bad baby of Cameo.
What?
He said $80,000 a day
Nah.
on Cameo.
That's like
That's a
OnlyFans
lot
numbers.
to start.
But he said he's charging 500, so that's 160 videos a day.
Oh, mathlete.
Sorry,
John's
or
a mathlete.
160,
You
is
know
that
that?
correct?
I already know, yeah.
But it's George Santos, so he's probably lying.
Yeah. It's 8,000.
George Santos has been elected to Congress, kicked out of Congress, and now has arrived in what I think is his final form, which is essentially a reality television character,
That's
IRL. And we were talking a tiny bit about this before you showed up, which is like, is this bad or good? And I think like George Santos is a guy, he just needed an opportunity to be this person in public. And if this is what it took to arrive at that,
Speaking of not wanting to work at work, like I feel like George Santos is a guy, you know, he was taking calls for like Dish Network or something at some point. And then snap your fingers and he's in Congress and then he's out of Congress making cameos, whatever. But I'm saying like, I do feel like he's a defining character of 2023, but I feel like I mean that in a bad way.
Yes.
In that like, even on the, like leave aside his politics or whether he's evil or a fraud or not, he's, you know, under indictment. Pleading not guilty, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm like, he's not even as funny as he should be. Like, I feel like we're grasping for a character so badly that I find George Santos to be a little bit of a fraud, even as a fraud.
It's like, bruh, like, I feel like people wanted him to be like more like Queen out more and be more like, You know what I mean? Like when they ask him questions, be like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, he's not a cartoon character, but at the same time,
he's leaning into it now.
He's leaning into it crazy. And I feel like, bruh, I don't think he ever ran for Congress on some like, I want to be in politics.
No.
I think he ran like, yo, I want to be known.
Yes. I want to be on Cameo.
I want to be so I can flip this into some money. You know what I mean? Because I'm a scammer. He's like Joanne the Scammer, like, you know what I mean? Like, come to life.
What's the move? I mean, like, do you think Cameos turn into reality TV, or is Cameo the end game? Like you're saying, like with the levels of Hollywood, like, does he have a next move? Because I don't think he does.
I guess my feeling with George Santos is this is a person who was waiting for the oxygen to become the character that he wanted to be in real life. And obviously, when you're taking calls for Dish Network and like doing tiny scams and whatever, writing bad checks in Brazil or whatever it was, you know,
dressing up a little bit, going to
respectfully,
the festival.
a boy with a dream of being like a high profile
something
celebrity of some kind. Now this has been handed to him, and I think on some level, look, you were talking about there's some combination of talent, but also connections and also luck. He skipped the line. Yep. And now the amount of attention, I think his pachinko board looks a lot better now than it did 6 to 12 months ago. I think that whether it's I'm sure Andy Cohen.
Pick up the phone.
Yo, Andy, I'll call you. I'll FaceTime you right now. If you want to
set it up.
Let's make it happen.
Absolutely. Like, I'm sure on some level, there are people who are in that business. You know, your Sally.
I mean, he got the Z-Way call, but it's like, do we really like? Does anyone want that? Does anyone want that?
Booking that show got to be hard as hell, man. Or previously booking the show got to be hard as hell. Because I'm like, bruh, like you see what it is. Like you coming up here to get fried.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
but that's for him, getting fried is a win.
But he's so desperate.
Right.
He's so desperate to get fried that I'm like, it's not even fun to fry you.
Right. Would you have had him on a show if you were still booking guests in that way?
I would have.
Or would you have him on Victory Light?
I would have him on. Yeah, I would have. Yo, George, yo, come through, baby. Victory Light. You know what I'm saying? Very intimate. You know what I'm saying? Situation. You could do cameos after. You know what I'm saying? Like before and after. We could break
during.
Yo. Cover the mic, do the cameo, be like, yo, I'm here, Victory Light. But yeah, nah, bro, he's like the super duper like fake it till you make it guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he just had a goal in mind, and that goal was like, yo, get my name out there, get known.
He's like, this Nassau County seat seems winnable.
Yeah, literally. That part. So then but then this is the thing. I don't want to see, like, yo, this is going to sound crazy. I feel like AOC started that wave of like,
anyone could do it.
Yo, I could do it.
I think that's absolutely correct. And I think the thing that, not to demystify the political process here, but I think a lot of local elections are decided by not that many votes.
Super winnable,
and it just takes someone with a little bit of
Nate
gumption.
Silver.
Yeah, sorry, but like Nate Cohn here. But like, you know, elections are winnable.
Local
elections are winnable.
Man.
Respectfully.
You running?
No.
So
you running?
So
I want to
listen
be
to
a
this.
YouTube
City council
star.
seat?
So how about this?
What's your county?
So I don't even know, but I know that like people know me, and like I said this joking around on Twitter, bro, and immediately people, like 20 people jumped in my DMs. Yo, I'm a political strategist. Like, yo, are you serious? Yo, Josh Gottheimer's seat is like super winnable. Like he's very centrist. Like, you know, the youth doesn't really bang with him like that. Da 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 da. You're a man of color. You're a family man. Da 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 da. You know, you got it out the mud. This that. Your story's incredible.
Yeah.
Like gassing me up. And I'm just like, bro, and I'm on my Twitch stream on Mondays, yo, Mero Mondays, you know what I'm saying? I tune in 9 p.m. on Twitch. And I'm just like, I'm talking about this, and people are in the chat gassing it. T-Pain is in the chat, like gassing it, like, yo, like, do it. Do it. I just hear it into T-Pain voice, like, brother Congress. I'm just like, yo. But yes, man, like AOC made it feel like it was doable.
Right.
And Jamal Bowman comes.
Yep.
He's a former educator.
Yep.
And it's like you don't see people pivot from that type of stuff.
Right.
It's like, yo, my dad was a senator, so I started I was a city council, and then I worked my way up and blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, like the Cuomos and Ruben Diaz.
The Nepo kid politicians.
Right, yeah. Basically, you know what I mean? It's like monarchy.
You mentioned Twitch.
Yeah.
First of all, at Twitch, do you find it emotionally depleting to be on Twitch?
I feel like it can be if you're one of those guys that like has a massive following, or like you're just an e-girl in a hot tub and it's just like random emojis and like you're just like money, like the Pinky Doll.
Pinky Doll,
like, it's just like bro,
another forgotten
Remember Pinky Doll?
character of 2023.
Gang gang. Gang gang. Ice cream so good. Fire.
That was eons ago.
Ice cream's so good.
But like mine are like smaller. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm not. You know, like,
and it's people who actually want to have exchanges with you,
right?
and like
so I'm
they
like
know what
talking
you're talking about.
Exactly.
You know what they're talking about.
So like I don't get up there and just like play video games. You know what I'm saying? Like we're like watching YouTube stuff. Like yo, what do y'all want to watch? And it's like reacting to stuff, talking about stuff. Yo, this just happened, bro. I'm violating TOS all day. Like I'm going on like, yo, what's the score of Monday Night Football? Yo, let's watch it right now. Put it on. Damn, Josh Allen is balling out. Like you know what I mean? Like so, it's more.
John, you know who Josh Allen is?
No.
we play this game a lot.
Yeah.
You know, but
My sports references are literally, if it happened after Darryl Strawberry,
you're good. It's it.
I got nothing.
But yeah, like it's more. It feels like that like return to like intimacy. Like yo, we're having I'm like it's a small room, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's 130, 150, 200 people in here,
Right.
and me, and we're just all like chopping it up.
Right.
So it's
Unlike so the biggest Kai Cenat stream.
that's insane.
Was Nikki was just on. I think he had 350,000 concurrent viewers.
Right.
Mostly Barbs, I would assume so. But then you saw the thing that happened on Twitter where like Elliot, shout out Elliot, one of my OGs, Elliot Wilson posted a screen grab of Nikki in a compromising pose and Kai Cenat going like, and then he just captioned it hip hop journalism.
And Nikki got upset.
And Nikki got upset and went back, clap back at Elliot. It was like a whole thing. But it is interesting how this entire new category has opened up for younger artists, young rappers to have access to media and exposure outside of traditional circles.
And you feel like Kai Cenat is like the defining person in this moment of that?
Yeah. I mean, I think that to me, there's a 1.0 level thing that younger artists have to do to get comfortable with like the idea of being on media. And I think for a long time, maybe it was a small magazine, or maybe it was a website, or
it was a fader.
It was
and now it's
Fader.
Kai Cenat.
Now it's Kai Cenat. Now it's like everybody wants to be on. The people used to want the fader cover, now they want to be on the Kai Cenat stream. And even older artists, Offset, Nikki, etc., are understanding the value of doing that. Do you like look at that and think, does that feel like journalism to you? Does that feel like it's a hangout? How do you view the success of someone like that?
It depends too, because like, listen, man, I'm 40 now. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the vibrant young, you know what I'm saying?
Look, as a 27-year-old, I
Cocaine
find it hard to
salesman.
relate. I find it hard to relate, frankly. But that's okay. I'm love to hear about it.
Yo, but like some of that stuff I watch and I'm like I'm just kind of like confused. Like, what are y'all doing?
Right.
Your
what
kids
are
your
doing?
kids into Twitch streamers?
They're into Twitch streamers,
Video game stuff?
video game stuff, and like they always talk about these guys. It's wild
Like
to me because
superheroes.
like they talk about them like how we used to talk about like you know, like Michael Jordan
Like
or like
rappers.
Michael Jackson
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like this mythical figure, bro. Mr. Beast is basically like God to these these dudes.
Yeah.
So like I when I met him.
You met
and-
Mr. Beast?
Yeah. So like, but
Oh,
just
I
like
thought you met Kai Cenat.
no. Like in passing, like not even on some like, yo, let's hang out, let's exchange information. Just like, oh, hey, what's up, yo? And I told that to my kids, and they were bugging out,
Like more than any other famous person you've ever met.
anybody, bro. And my 10-year-old is like a super. Carmelo Anthony is his favorite basketball player,
Right.
of all time, because that's like he came up in that like the Melo era of
Right.
the Knicks, and he was just like, yo, Mr. Like I'm like, yo, I got you this autograph, Carmelo. He's like, yo, you met Mr. B. Who are these people, bruh? Like, and I'm just like, they put stuff out so much. It's like you get fatigued, bro, because there's so much stuff, man. Like, you were saying, like, yo, I forgot which one of y'all said it, but it was like, John got up and walked out. I think, you said you were like, yo, music is for the youth or something like that. Like, and I'm
Like
just like, yo.
Twitch streamers are for the kids. But you're talking about the amount of content they're putting out. It's like your kids have probably spent more time with Twitch streamers than they have with their grandparents.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
100%.
Like-
And my dad will call me and be like, that's true.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
what Joe say in the Popcast. Es verdad. You got to bring them here para el patio, Dominican Republic, so they know.
So what you're saying is that your dad has got to get on Twitch. He's going to be a Twitch streamer.
Oh, I can't wait
Twitch
to hang out with
streamer,
his
DR,
grandkids.
biggest DR
Listen,
Twitch streamer.
My dream, and like, shout out to Santiago Matialo Foque in DR. He's like the Howard Stern of like DR.
Estamos en el peor momento de la creatividad, señores. Aunque estén pegados los temas.
Love him. He's my guy. I told him, I was like, yo, my dream is just to give my dad one of those like old man Dominican political shows where they just sit there and they're like, Bueno, no. El presidente, no, así vení para nada. And then they just start cursing in Spanish and being like, droga, like just like drugs in this country is ruining this country. Like we got to get back to like, you know, the family structure and all this crazy stuff.
The church and the family and the farm and everything.
Yeah, all that crazy stuff.
He's gonna mess around and get elected.
You feel me? And then I'll be like, yo, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You've been asking me for Toyota Tacoma for 5 years. How about the presidency instead? Would you rather have that, Pop? You know what I'm saying? I love you. But yeah, no, stuff comes out very fast, bro. And it's like, yo, back in the day, it was like, I remember going to get Big L's posthumous album and CNN The Reunion at The Wiz on Fordham the same day and being mad hype, taking it home, opening it up, looking at the cover art, just like digesting
the booklet, spending time with it.
Just savoring it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, I don't know when this. I know another Big L album ain't coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know when another CNN album is coming out, so I'm just gonna enjoy the hell out of this while I can. And I feel like now it's just like, yo, here's a song. Here's another song. Here's another song. Here's another song. I'm just like, even with Bad Bunny, bro. With Bad
Can't
Bunny,
keep up.
when Bad Bunny came out, he had me, bro. He had me in a full, like the freaky ziki. I put him in the full Nelson. You know what I'm saying? And the mother swung his legs like this. Like he had me like that. Like everything. I'm just like singing along to everything, bro. I got video of my son. Shout out to Stavros for getting us the box. Because he's like, yo, it's Prudential Center, right?
Yeah,
so like, he's like, he got the suite, and he's just like, yo, do you know who this guy is? And I'm just like, yo,
the most famous
he's like, like, bro, just call him the king of pop. Like, yo, what? He's like, yeah, go ahead. Like, so I go out and I take my son, who's like, who knows, like, yo, and this is like the shame of like every Dominican parent if your kid doesn't speak Spanish. But like,
that's me. You know, that's me.
Yeah, it's Joe.
My mother's Dominican.
And, you don't speak, and she's like, Joe, pero Joselito, ni un chin, papi.
Here's the actual bad part. My mom was my Spanish teacher in elementary school.
Oh, but she had to teach you elementary school Spanish, not Dominican Spanish.
Yeah, exactly.
She was like, vosotros and stuff. We don't say that. She was like, ¿qué vosotros ni vosotros?
Yeah.
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 But yo, so I'm singing, like I got video, he's singing along, bro. He doesn't even know exactly what he's saying, but he's just like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
your son, the most Spanish he knows is from Bad Bunny.
From Bad Bunny, bro. Like he sings them word for word. He was over there singing Bad Bunny, but now I'm like, the new joint, I like it.
It's too many songs.
But it don't got me like it got like all the other ones. Yeah. Literally every other album before this one. Every I didn't skip a single joint.
Is a good example of an artist who could take a year or two off.
Please,
like just go,
which
have
he was supposed to, as we
travel
talked
with
about.
Kendall.
Yeah,
to have a nice
see the world.
Yeah, see the world
without making a music video.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
Yeah,
right. Absolutely. Totally fun.
Speaking of people who might need to take a year off.
Wow.
Another big character of 2023.
Oh my gosh, I know where we're.
From the twisted mind of Abel Tesfaye.
You mean first of all, you mean the creator of the show that spawned the #2 best song of 2023?
It's true.
Is that
the Weeknd? The Idol happened this year.
Let me catch you looking at her again. Let me catch you looking at her again. I'm not. Let me catch you looking at her again.
Did you finish The Idol? Did you ever go back and watch the Idol finale?
I forgot to watch it. I forgot to watch the finale.
Did you finish the Idol?
I'm sorry.
The app is like, yo, you want to finish this? Yo,
it's like sending alerts. It's like sending alerts. It's like, yo, you forgot about us?
You sure? You halfway through, bro.
We're
you quit.
We're right here.
And it's max.com, so it might not be there forever.
That's
At
true.
a certain point, they're going to be like, never mind.
Yeah, let's get this. Put back How to Make It in America. Yeah, bring that back. Put that back.
Seriously. Yo, put on your crisp denim and come back.
You know what I'm saying? Shut the Domingo.
Yes. Yes. What does The Weeknd do from here? Can he come back from this? I feel like he was the butt of so many jokes this year.
Man. But it's TV, though. All he has to do is drop an album with like 3 bangers.
You think a banger makes it go away?
Yeah.
Automatically.
Immediately.
One more Blinding Lights and like
100%.
It's over.
Because, yo, we all know, like, fam, if you follow The Weeknd's career, we know he's a scumbag.
Right.
Like, have y'all heard House of Balloons? Like, fam, I will play that and invite girls over and like devil horns will come out of my head. Like, yo, we're going to do mad drugs tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, bro, like all he has to do is, that's the beauty of being like, such a highly like loved pop star is that, yo, you could drop a dud, bro, and you could just spin right out that joint. Like if I drop a dud, it's It's quiet. Like I'm doing Tubi movies.
Leaving Franklin Lakes.
Oh, Franklin Lakes, dog. They're like, yo, the police are gonna come. Yeah, let's take them back to forget Patterson. Let's take them all the way back to the Bronx, East Tremont Avenue. Here we come. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
my thing with him is like the worry for me is that he was able to keep up the mystique of even as he became a pop star, which was always his thing, right? You didn't really know what he looked like at first. He's in the shadows. He's this bad boy character on the mixtapes. And even when he became the biggest star in the world playing the Super Bowl, he still had that mystique.
Scumbag energy.
But then he was so willing to try to make fun of himself in this show, but it just led to people making fun of him trying to make fun of himself. Then I'm like, I don't know if you can get that mystique back.
Fam.
So you're saying that George Santos and The Weeknd are at a similar crossroads.
Except that one played the Super Bowl and one is on Cameo.
But philosophically.
Success is relative. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think it's tough. Like, I don't know where it goes from here. But I think you're right that, like, a smash, because the people who care about the Weeknd pop smashes don't care about the persona, period.
Or they maybe didn't even watch The Idol.
That's
Low key,
true. That's
a lot
true.
of people did not watch
It's
The
true.
Idol.
Maybe the ratings were actually a blessing in disguise.
Low key.
Do you feel like the outfits that Tedros the Weeknd was wearing? Like, talk to me about the outfits and like, are you a velour fan? Like,
I was a velour fan. Back in the Aniche days.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Back when
where were you in 2000?
Do you know what I mean?
In 01?
If your sweatpants didn't have the little cuffs on the bottom and they were very big and they just laid over your entire shoe, you wasn't there. You know what I mean? And like, you know, that was my velour era. I put the velour down after that. You know what I mean? I got like 2 Sergio Tacchinis in the closet.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That are velour. I don't know. They might be fake because I don't even know if they make them in velour. You know what I'm saying? Like it might be
someone in Italy is like, we didn't make
this.
We didn't make that. What are you talking about? We don't make that.
Molto malo. No good. So I'm just like, you know, velour is I'm done with velour. I'm done with velour. I'm just
You're
want
a grown
some
man.
like I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my dad's flow.
You don't wear jerseys. You're 40
I'm 30 plus. I'm 40 plus. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for putting me on blast, Joe.
Michelin Nest's quiet. Michelin Nest.
But it's wild because I still do wear jerseys. Actually, when I went to that first Devils game,
Did you get your Tommy DeVito jersey yet, though?
I have to. They're probably on back order. You probably got to make them. They're not even in the store. Yeah, you got to like go and like personalize.
Wait, you probably know this. Sorry, I'm taking us on this tangent. Kids' jerseys, really cheap, but only for disgraced or bust players.
Yep.
I have a good friend with a 2-year-old, and he's constantly wearing a Johnny Manziel jersey.
So I never had literally my first hockey game ever.
Oh, it's fun, right?
Amazing. Like now I'm a hockey guy because
It's
well,
the
not
biggest
on TV.
gap between on TV and live.
Oh my God. I'm like, yo, this is different. This is a different game.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it and PK Subban is on the team. And I'm like,
Even
oh shit.
I don't know hockey players.
Okay. Right, well, he's black. So I was like, yo, that guy's black. And he was like, yeah, that's PK, man. We love him, man. He's great. I was like, yo, get me his. Where's the shop? I need that jersey right now because I always liked the Devils jersey. Because remember, in the '90s, hockey jerseys were
absolutely.
Like I remember the Gin and Juice video, seeing Snoop with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I was like, that's hard.
Yeah.
So I got the PK jersey because I always loved the Devils like logo.
Great.
It's hard. One of the hardest jerseys.
Yeah.
Like, there was a guy on there called Gomez, and I was like, oh, yo, like you, like yo, that on me, yo, like. I don't even know if
While we're doing sports,
we're
doing sports talk,
I should leave. Yeah. I have to take a bathroom break during this part of the youth. Literally. All right. Go ahead.
Late breaking contender.
Yes.
For one of the characters of
Even
2023.
I know what this is.
Draymond Green.
Oh, man. Well, that's going to be a flagrant.
Oh man, yo, Draymond Green. I love Draymond Green. Then we need more Draymond Green in the NBA, not less Draymond Green.
You think they're making a mistake?
Yes, you're making a huge mistake. We need more guys. It makes it fun, bruh.
Do you think he
Indefinitely
knew what he was
suspended.
doing?
So
Do you
he's
think he-
indefinitely
No, I
suspended
know, but do you think
for the
he
punch.
knew?
Oh,
Like,
he
I
knew.
watched the video a bunch of times.
He knew.
I mean, given the track record, it's like court. Like in court, you can't really bring in all the character evidence,
Right.
You know,
Evidence of prior
yeah,
pattern of
But
behavior.
Adam Silver's like, yo, give me all that.
yeah.
Yo,
But like,
yeah.
there's already the supercuts of
Come
like
on.
all the dirty Draymond plays from over the years.
I'm watching a boomerang of him kicking Steven Adams in the nuts, like in the Western Conference Finals, bro. Like full on, like
Yeah. I mean,
like crane kick, wow, like straight to the nuts.
The chest stomp, the whatever. I'm like, this is just Draymond Green.
As a person who has employed a publicist, stuff happens and you can't just be like, yeah, bro, I grew up watching Rasheed Wallace. I grew up watching Zach Randolph. I grew up watching Charles Oakley.
Dennis Rodman.
That's how I play.
Yeah. Right.
Those are my guys.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to get out here and be physical, bro. Like I watched Bill Laimbeer slam Michael Jordan on his head, you know what I'm saying? Like for 10 years straight.
But there is the mortality side of it that's like a little bit depressing. Like as somebody, you know, we're not as young as we used to be. Like Draymond,
Speak
like
for yourself.
you see his frustration. You know what I mean? That he can't play like he used to. So the math is out of whack now. You know what I mean? And now it's all antics.
Yeah.
And less skill. And I'm like, I can like we can all relate to that, right? Like if we want to find some empathy in our heart for Draymond.
Guy's just acting out. He's just acting out because he's like he just needs attention.
Yeah, like I'm sure you had kids like that at your school when you were a teacher's aide.
Fam, I don't like we said we got to keep it clean. It's PG-13, so I'm not going to tell you some of the greatest hits. But boy, I had to send a couple kids down to the library and be like, "Yo, get the 1997 yearbook and bring it up here. Open up to class 8221. That's me."
I feel like we're in the aging gracefully part of the conversation.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I feel like there was some graceful aging that happened this year.
Oh.
We're talking about our guy, Gerry.
Our guy Gerry.
I
thought you were out on Gerry.
The
Golden Bachelor.
He's our guy spiritually.
Yeah.
So obviously the Golden Bachelor, we've talked about the Golden Bachelor a couple times on the show already. But also we never talked, this happened maybe before we were really recording heavily, but MILF Manor. It's been an interesting year in the depiction of the sexual awakening of people who are 55 and over.
I'm ready to connect with somebody who doesn't really care how old I am. I will take over the city up. I'm just looking to have fun. Here we go. What the hell?
Reawakening.
Allegedly. I can only speculate what's happening on these shows.
They smashing, John.
Oh, fine.
Come on, man. They smashing.
Look, Gerry himself did allude to boot knocking. No, he alluded to boot knocking. I didn't know he was an H-Town fan. So can we talk a little bit about this era of television? Like one of the things you said earlier in the season, which I really liked, is that it kind of reinvigorated like the ethical purpose of reality television. It let people know that like, here's a population that's underserved, that their humanity, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, like I don't think Gerry and those women were there primarily to get famous, which is how you feel about most reality TV at this point in the arc of reality television. Like I felt like they were there mostly to try to find a partner, which is like because like
they're there for the right reasons,
right?
As they say, they're for the right reasons. MILF Manor, I can't speak to.
They were
also
there for the right.
Tell
for
me.
their right reasons.
Right.
Whatever, not mine.
Like, whoa, I was like, plot twist.
No, they were there for their right reasons. Look, people need to be allowed to pursue their truth, George Santos. People need to be allowed to pursue their truth. And I think the people who showed up on MILF Manor pursued their truth.
Hey, listen, bro.
You watched some of this, both of them.
Of course.
Yeah.
But my thing with Golden Bachelor in particular was like, true, it's an underserved community, but also it's like, bruh, like anybody who has like a nana, you know what I'm saying, or like a somebody in like a retirement community, bruh,
it's true.
You
always
know
read the
what time it
stories.
is.
You always see the stories.
You know what time it is, bro.
That there's always some funny business going on.
Funny business, bro.
First of all, Gerry on the Golden Bachelor, I've never seen that much making out since the Romeo Santos concert.
Yo,
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
After that callback. Yo, listen, John is on my Mount Rushmore of guys I love forever because as a broke Dominican from the Bronx with a lowly blog, he took me to see Romeo Santos at Yankee Stadium.
Wow.
Because he was just like, bro, I don't know who else is going to appreciate this like you. And I was like, bro, thank you so much.
The girls as John was dating did not want to go see
Right,
Romeo
like, I'm
Santos.
good. Like, I don't want to get pulled up on stage and go jump in the Shaq crib bed. Like, so here's me.
Just two guys seeing Romeo Santos.
Like in an ashy black t-shirt.
In the front row. We literally gave us front row seats.
Front row, bruh.
Like, not row five, like
So imagine this. Yankee Stadium, Romeo Santos, John Caramanica, the Kid Mero walking down past all these dope boys with like all their BBL shorties, like, and they're just looking at us like, That's it. That gotta be his lawyer. That's the lawyer right there. That's the lawyer, and then the lawyer is with his assistant. That's the guy with the hat. That's the one that bringing him the condom. And I'm just like, whoa, what the? But yo, we were so close that the pyro was making my face hot.
Yeah.
And like, yo, if you've been to a Romeo show, that guy uses more pyrotechnics than like Nick Cannon on Wild 'N Out. Like, it is nuts, bro. It's like WWE status.
Ice Spice.
Speaking of the Bronx.
Yes.
Wow, good transition. Speaking of the Bronx.
Yes.
How proud are you of Ice Spice?
big
I'm
DX.
extremely proud of Ice Spice because everybody, when she came out, was like, yo, y'all are just listening to anything. And then watching like the progression, you know what I mean, is fire. Because like, all right, yo, she's doing drill and da-da-da-da, but then, like, you know, the remix with Pink Panthers.
So I tell him it's one of me. He making fun of me. His girl is a bum to me. Like, that boy is a cap. Saying he home, but I know where he at. Like, but he blowing her back. Think about me, cause he know that it's fat. Damn. And it been what it been. Calling his phone like he'll send me a pin.
It's like, yo, she's doing, right, yeah. So it's like, yo, you doing different. It's different. It's not just, gra. Word of my dad, I'm gonna kill him. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I listen. She's
probably going to be in Franklin Lakes soon. She's probably going to be in Franklin Lakes.
Hey, look.
When I interviewed her, she had just moved to New Jersey, and this was in January.
You trying to dox Ice Spice?
No, she's out there. She had just moved to New Jersey. Like, you know,
as you do when you sign a deal.
Listen, Fat Joe told me in the Viceland era, he was like, if you're from the Bronx, you move to Jersey.
Yeah.
If you're from Queens, you move to Long Island. Like, those are the rules. Yeah, that's it. Like, that's it, bro. Those are the rules. I didn't make them.
You said in one of the interviews, I can't remember, but you were like, as long as I can be on, was it Grand Concourse? Or was
Concourse or Dykeman, Broadway.
As long as I can be on
20
Dykeman
minutes?
in 20 minutes, I'm good.
I'm good, bro. And I can, and to quote Styles P, I can see deers on my property. Like, here's my philosophy. I ain't cool until I can see deer on the property. And I look out the window and I'm like, oh, damn, they're mating. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Yo, kids, come watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, shut up, we're on Call of Duty, yo.
All right, you got 6 people in your household.
Yes.
Some are children, but
Those
Renaissance
children are
tour
people.
or Eras tour?
We are a Beyonce household.
Okay. Did you guys didn't see the Taylor tour in person or in the movie theater?
No.
Not in the film.
Okay. No Taylor Swift fans in the house.
None.
Did you go
Even
to
my daughter is like, not, she's like, nah.
How old is she?
Ice Spice, 6.
6.
Ice Spice.
She's like Deli.
Bitches to the back. Too much to lose, so I cannot react. Damn bitches be going outside. She a baddie, she showing her panty. She shaking like jelly. 100 bands of Chanel, but I'm still shaking ass in a deli. With my bitch getting dirty. He like him already. He want the wop, but I just want the fetty. And I'm back in his partner.
It's Deli for me.
Yeah, Deli's my joint. Yeah. Put that on. You know what I mean? Like, and Juice WRLD?
Juice WRLD.
Oddly.
The kids love Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
Wow.
RP Juice WRLD. My 10-year-old is like emo. So like all the Bad Bunny emo songs, like Juice
like
WRLD.
the pop punk stuff. Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Loves it. You know what I'm saying? Then the football player is the Kid Leroy guy. Like the melodies, like Bieber.
A sensitive
I'm
jock.
so lonely. Yeah, I'm like, bro, you're a defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Wow, that's
like, he's like taking people's necks off, and then he's just doing this. Like, he's doing the sexy Dexy like celebration after. But then he's getting in the car, like, yo, put on Stay Again.
Think I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay.
I'm like, all right, this is a bop.
Did you guys have a locker room song?
Duke Deuce.
Oh wow. Crunk Ain't Dead?
No, not Crunk Ain't Dead. It's like a is it BHZ?
Okay. Sure.
It's like BHZ.
Duke Deuce, BHZ.
Yeah.
Boy, Black Haven made me great. Boy, Black Haven made me great. Ain't no saving in the haven. Ain't no saving today. Ain't no saving in the haven. Ain't no saving today. Ain't no saving in the haven. Ain't no saving today. Ain't no saving today.
That's the one.
That
got the kids going.
That and Stick off the Dreamville DJ Drama.
Okay.
Tape.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sheck West, who, by the way, I was like, yo, because he's like, yo, I love this song. Like, this gets me hype on game day. Because it's like, you know, there's DJ Drama coming in like, DJ Drama. Oh, y'all thought, you know what I mean? This is an invasion. Like, and then, boom, like, here comes Jid. here comes Shaq West on the hook with the Shaq West. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so my son's listening to it and he loves Shaq's verse. So I'm like, yo, he's like, yo, Dad. Because for some reason this kid has a baritone. He's like, Dad, do you know J. Cole? And I'm like, I mean, I met him. I was like, back in the day, like with Wale and stuff, and he asked me if I was a blogger or a writer.
Wow.
I was just like, whoa.
The most J. Cole question I've ever heard.
Right. I was just like, I'm a writer. It's like, I'm Steinbeck. I'm a Nepo baby. And then he was just like, who's this? At Shaq West's verse. I was like, that's Shaq West. He's like, do you know Shaq West? I was like, do I know Shaq West? I was like, FaceTime. Now Shaq West is on the car on FaceTime. He's like, yo, what's up? Like, with no shirt on, like, just in the crib, like, just hanging out, literally in the crib.
I have also FaceTimed with Shaq West for work.
What's good, bro? Hold on real quick, bro.
Hey, you good?
Yeah, right. So he's just like, yo, what's up, man? What's good, baby? Like, I ain't seen you in a minute. I was like, yo, I just had to put you on because my son is here. And like, yo, he gets turned up to your music. Because like after that, it was like he went back and Mud Boy, the whole Mud Boy joint. So he's just like, yo. So then he's like stuck on Stupid. Like he's just like, he's like, what's up, little homie? He's like, yo. He's like, yeah. He's like, what song gets you the most hype? He's like, your songs.
Yeah.
They get your songs. I get hype. I was like, and then I'm like, yo, peace, bro. All right, good looking. Yo, little man, have a great season. We'll hang up. He's just like,
yeah.
That was the Shaq West. I was like, yes, it is, bro. I was like, bro, look.
Saved in my phone.
Look. I'm like, Google image. Look.
You're like, this isn't Santa? Like, this is real.
It's really Shaq West. I'm like, damn, dog. But yeah, that's that type, and that gets me hyped, by the way. Like Duke Deuce, Gunna. I've been listening to a lot of Gunna, man. Like, snitch allegations aside, you know what I mean? Like,
like we were saying with the Weeknd, a hit makes everything go away.
Everything.
Really?
Like, he dropped You Mean, and it was just like, oh, Rico. What, oh,
Yeah.
he never, what? He's just a guy.
Yeah.
It looks like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Big year for Gunna.
Big year for Gunna.
Skinny as hell.
Manjaro.
Wow. Hey.
The Manjaro, baby. I see you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, listen, I'm on it too.
You look good. You look good. You and Gunna. Same workout plan.
Yeah, get sexy.
Same workout plan.
And Oprah. And Oprah.
Little lean, a little Manjaro.
We mixed the lean with the Manjaro.
Yeah.
I just got the sharps in there, just like shaking it back and forth with some Jolly Ranchers. Like, yo, yeah, we about to get skinny tonight, yo.
Wait, but did you take your wife to the Renaissance tour? Movie or concert?
No, she's like old. You know what I'm saying? Like in the way that like I love you, baby.
Beyonce or your wife?
My wife, like Heather. She's like old in the sense that like she wants to go see Billy Joel. She wants to go see like the Eagles. She wants to go see like classic rock. You know what I mean? She wants to go, and she likes like
she doesn't want to put on the disco ball outfit.
She doesn't.
It is like a workout to be at the Renaissance. Like I imagine just like it
even being
there is a workout.
But she unironically went to the Pitbull, Enrique, what was that called?
Oh, yeah, with Pitbull, Enrique, and Ricky Martin.
And Ricky Martin, yes.
Yeah.
Wow. She unironically went to that, and she was just like, she's like, Enrique got some bops. Like, she's like, I forgot.
That's true.
I was like, yo, I could be your hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, you forgot about that, right?
Bailamo.
Yeah. The rhythm thing.
I was watching the new season of The Crown, and there's a big moment for Julio Iglesias. Apparently, that was Diana's favorite.
Wow, Julio Iglesias, also my great grandmother's favorite. Genuinely.
My mom.
Yeah.
Yo, that was like we cleaning the house on Sunday music.
Genuinely, one of the only concerts that my mother, grandmother, and great grandmother went to together was a Julio Iglesias concert. They got all dressed up. I was like, where y'all go? I was like 6 or 7 years old. Like,
you weren't invited.
Wasn't invited. I did get invited to later shows, but not to the Julio Iglesias. That was ladies only.
Right.
That was
as it should be.
Julio,
Just like the Pitbull, just like the Pitbull show.
Yo, listen, we're going there to throw our bloomers on stage. Like, you cannot be there.
Right. You think Drake got a lot of bras? Like, wait till you go to the
Julio Iglesias.
Wait till Enrique Iglesias does this and the water falls on him. Like, panties is flying.
That's absolutely true.
It's true.
Speaking of godly moments.
All right, what do you got?
I feel like we haven't talked. I want to talk about Keith Lee on the show for weeks.
True. We've been missing Keith Lee.
Yesterday afternoon, I got an email from an employee of a family-owned restaurant here in Vegas. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. For sauce wings, that thing packed with flavor. I ain't gonna try the ranch again because again, I'm not a huge fan. This is one of the best wings I've ever had. This is a 10.
We keep missing.
We're trains in the night, you know, with Keith Lee. Ships in the night.
Okay,
rather.
but I'm almost glad we did wait because now we're in the post-New York Keith Lee era. First there was the Atlanta Keith Lee issue. Now we're in the post-New York Keith Lee era.
Do you want to give the quick primer on Keith Lee? I feel like a lot of people know who Keith Lee is,
He's amazing.
and yet he's not really crossed over to the mainstream.
Okay, so Keith Lee is a food reviewer on TikTok who specializes in mom and pop shops, black owned. Is eating. First, he used to eat in his daughter's tiny chair in his home in Las Vegas.
Yes.
He would get the food, pick it up, bring it back to the house, sit in this tiny chair. Now, because he's too famous to go into the restaurants, he sends his family in, or he door dashes, or he'll eat in the car.
You've seen the people who put their name on DoorDash as Keith Lee, and they're like, now my service is like
through the roof. That's a
bar.
What? Oh,
bar.
wow.
Yeah, we're changing it.
For sure, you're right on. For sure, you're right on. 10.
Yeah.
Changing it.
Yeah.
Damn.
They can't risk it. They're like, it's probably fake, but whatever.
So he eats in his car and he gives scores to restaurants. And especially, I think, in cities that do not have, say, established traditions of either food critics at the local papers or food critics like you might have in New York that specialize in outer boroughs and specialize outside of sort of like fancy fine dining.
Or that stuff has all been decimated by the failure of local media and whatever.
RIP media, generally speaking. He's
filling that hole.
And there's a Keith Lee effect where he'll find a restaurant. That restaurant will have 100 Instagram followers or 100 TikTok followers. He gives it a positive review. They call it the Keith Lee effect.
We're not going to talk about the pizza guy.
No, we're not going to talk about the pizza. But like it's lines out the door, right? And so Keith Lee has been on tour. He lives in Vegas, but he'll pull up in different cities. And so there's been a thing recently. He pulled up in Atlanta.
Had a hard time.
He rinsed. Well, Atlanta had a hard time. He rinsed Atlanta for having terrible customer service, which if you talk to anybody who lives in Atlanta, there's literally no surprise.
Yep.
But and the thing about Keith Lee is very religious. He's very positive. He will fry you in the name of the Lord.
In the name of the Lord. I love his reviews. He's like, God is amazing. I went to John's pizza place today. I was recommended to me by my followers. So I went. I sent my mother in. She got a pepperoni slice, extra crispy. It was amazing. God is amazing. I love everybody. Everybody be cool.
Right.
Like he's just
But then when he fries you, he doesn't the exact
same tone.
I went.
The customer service was interesting.
He said, and then it's just like a hard zoom. Yeah. The customer service was very interesting, and I was not served until 3 hours later. And when I received my food, it was very cold, and I saw a maggot inside of it. And when I saw the maggot inside of the food, I said, "Wow, I cannot ingest this because it will be harmful to me." So then I sent the food back, and when I sent the food back, they said, "We apologize to you, Keith." And I said, "How did you know I was Keith?" So now the situation has changed.
Right.
God is good.
Right.
And then he just closes it like, amen. Like, I'm just like, bro, what?
So he rinsed Atlanta for customer service and
rightfully so.
And for food as well.
Yeah.
Went to Houston, had like a medium experience, but then came to New York.
Yes.
And there were a couple of sort of traumatic things that happened when he came to New York. He went somewhere and got a salmon chopped cheese.
Salmon chopped, bro.
Sauce, lettuce, tomatoes, everything on a roll. It's a little salty in my opinion, but it's good. Tastes exactly like what it is. Seasoned salmon with a bunch of sauce, tomatoes, and some lettuce. I'm not mad at this, but I'm also not crazy about it. 7.5 out of 10.
First of all, I can't believe we made it like 5 months on this show, 6 months on the show. We've never mentioned chopped cheeses. We've never mentioned bodega food. But like someone recommended to him that he get a salmon chopped cheese.
Why?
And TikTok absolutely lost it.
The lady told me the salmon chopped cheese was one of her favorites. So I tried it. And I was quickly met with 2 different reactions. One was outrage for the fact that I tried the salmon chopped cheese. And 2 was outrage that I came to New York and tried to chopped cheese at all. So it was like a double-edged sword. I was getting a bunch of messages to go try another chopped cheese from somewhere else. But then at the same time, I was getting more messages saying don't try chopped cheese at all and try more diverse food.
They absolutely lost it. And also he was getting Prince Street pizza. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Well, even me, like, I'm not on TikTok. Like, I mean, I watch, but I don't participate. But even me, I was like, Prince Street dog? This is what we're doing?
Yeah.
You can't send
someone help him. Help this man.
Yeah.
Help this man.
Send him to the Bronx, bro. Go up there and be like,
and
yo,
then
go see
eventually,
Tommy.
Righteous Eats, J. Key, like all those people, like
Yup.
pointed
Do
him in
you
the
think
right
this was a
direction.
setup?
I don't actually think it was a
Do
setup.
you think he ate the salmon chopped cheese knowing?
You're saying a man that godly.
I'm just saying it was a good arc.
Oh my
to be
God.
like,
Wow,
here's the
you are
wrong
so
New
red
York
pill.
food, and
You're
here's
so red pill.
It's not.
It's crazy how red
I
pill
think
you
it's.
are.
I think
It's
the term
giving
is
Andre
black
Tate.
pilled.
Sorry, I don't even get the reference, but whatever. That's crazy. You think that?
I don't think that. I'm just saying it
He's
made
like, the
for
salmon chopped cheese is in the Matrix.
yeah, that's
You gotta escape the salmon chopped cheese of the Matrix.
So you think it was a setup?
No,
to
I don't think it was a
agitate
setup.
the base.
I'm just saying
It was a perfect arc.
I'm just saying who would ever eat a salmon chopped cheese? Period.
Period. Who would ever eat fish from a bodega?
There you go.
Like, fam.
There you go.
What do you do? Like, yo, dog, I get salmon in a lot of places. Not F&B on Tremont and Sampson. You know
And
what
now
I'm saying?
with cheese on it.
With cheese and like adobo and sazon. Like, fam, what are you doing? And then you chopping up salmon on the grill. Are you even supposed to do that?
Nah,
I
it's
think
like it's wrong in every way.
every single way possible, bro. And then when you chop it up, it just turns into like mush.
Yeah.
It looks like my kid threw up. You know what I mean? Like ate dog
They
food by
did,
accident.
when he opened the sandwich to show the.
I was
Horrific.
like, bruh.
Horrific.
ugh.
What do we do? No.
Horrific.
We're not-
Protect, like genuinely, first of all, protect Keith Lee. I really like what's happening to Keith Lee right now, which I do hate to see, is with every social media creator, there's a point where they become self-aware.
Yep.
And at one
This
point,
is sort of what I was saying about the Santos thing.
right, but like Santos he wants that.
Right.
Keith Lee does not want to
Right.
be.
He's so pure.
He doesn't want to
Yes.
be made aware of the people's perception of him. He wants to genuinely just keep eating food in the front
Yep.
seat of the car.
Yep.
And now he's reckoning with the large shadow of Keith Lee, the character, in quotation marks, and understanding that all these choices that he's making not only are reflecting on these restaurants, but they're reflecting back on him in a way that he's uncomfortable. He wants to go indie again.
Yeah.
Like you can feel it. Like he did,
100%.
he did
You know
an
who
interview
else
with,
it's happening
with
to?
Speedy, and it's like you can feel it in the interview. Like he wants to go underground
Yep.
again.
Same thing with the butter chicken kid. You saw the butter chicken kid, another food reviewer. I don't know his name, but another food reviewer who eats in his car.
Holy crap! This might be the best thing I've ever tasted in my life. Okay, let me chill out. This chicken is like, it's like liquid. It just melts in your mouth, okay?
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah,
chubby white guy,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
had butter chicken for the first time,
Yeah.
and you could see he obviously never had any Indian food.
Oh,
And you
yes.
could
And
see
he
it
was like, oh my-
blowing his mind,
like,
and he was just like, "This is the best thing I've ever tasted."
Yeah.
And now, like, you can't find that purity in his videos anymore because it got too big.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's bro, that's what happened. Yo, and it's crazy.
Coming back full circle again to your
Yeah,
story,
this-
it's
yeah,
like when
fam.
you know what people want from you, then it's you can't get that out of your
You
head.
can't get out of your head. It's like, yo, laugh like that.
Yeah.
Yo, when you fall out of your chair, like, you know what I mean?
Do it
like,
again.
do it
Yeah,
again. Do
yeah.
it again. Do it. It's like,
Yeah.
Bart, say the
Yeah.
line, Bart.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
bruh, no.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm doing other things now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I have this stuff, you know what I mean? To me, it's like cumulative. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'll fall out my chair if something's funny.
Yeah.
Because it's natural, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's something about like urban comedy. I was just, whatever.
Is that how you identify?
Urban comedy.
That's how
black
I
comedy.
identify you on the emails behind your back.
Yeah. Right. It's black comedy.
The
Listen,
2003 marketing meeting
you
jumped
already
out.
know, yeah.
Wow.
Mero's urban comic.
Unbelievable.
You know what I'm saying? But like Donald Rawlings, bro, it's very like physical. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I've always been like that. Like, you know, Jim Carrey, Eddie Murphy, like these are the guys I grew up on. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll make a face that's worth 4 lines of dialogue.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like, and
Which is
that's-
why you should be watching this on
Absolutely.
youtube.com/popcast
Woo!
instead of listening to it on the
You know what I'm
audio.
saying? Hit
And
that
you should
bell.
subscribe.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally a little,
Everything.
plain.
All them little buttons, the thumbs up.
Every button.
Yeah.
Leave
See
a comment.
the full range of Mero's
Everything.
movements.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm moving, I'm banging on the couch.
Bang on
Joe's
the
like,
couch,
chill.
exactly. Damn, Santa Claus in the building
Like the
today.
Sean Paul video. Joe, come on. Stop banging on the damn couch. Yeah.
But do you think, like, is there hope for Keith? Like we're talking about second acts for George Santos. We're talking about second acts or fifth act for the Weeknd. Is there a second act for Keith Lee? Because
Not without ruining the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
has the thing already fundamentally been spoiled? And is there a way to, you know, like you saw even like 3 or 4 months ago, he would occasionally say, oh, I'm getting approached by TV producers or I'm getting but I don't want to ruin this thing that we have. And he's literally looking at the camera. He's like, it's us basically. Is there any way for a person who's scaling as fast as him to maintain that intimacy? Or do you think it's already, now that the meta narratives have taken hold, it's already gone?
I believe in something called executive level talent.
Okay.
You know what I mean? At networks or media companies or whatever. And if a dude sees what we see, where it's just yo, he's so popular because he's coming from this. Let's keep it let's keep this same energy, but find a way to scale it up.
And build around, sort of protect the center,
right?
But build around
and build around him, and build the Keith Lee brand or whatever you want to call it, but still have him be him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with me. It's just bro, I cannot not be me. I can't do personas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I slip out of it. You know what I mean? I used to do impressions of my uncles. That's how I was oh, am I funny? Because
my family thinks I'm funny.
Everybody's my drunk uncle that never smiles in pictures and has a Cadillac but no job. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? He never smiles, but he's cracking up. Oh, okay. Being aware of what you have become.
This is how I feel about Tate McRae.
That's absolutely not true. It's absolutely not true. First of all, protect Keith Lee, protect Tate McRae.
Protect both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that there's a possible second act for Keith Lee?
I don't think so. I think and I feel this way about a lot of internet native stars. We're talking about the Twitch streamers, whatever. And I'm joking about Tate McRae, but think of Addison Rae, someone like that.
You mean Addison Rae, maker of some of the best bops of the last 18 months?
Look,
Is that who we're talking about?
I agree, but it did we've been trying to do this.
Can I pause? Shout out to
I agree, but nah.
Shout out first of all. There was someone who worked. I don't have the name. I'm sorry, I don't have your name in front of me. But someone who works in this building who, after we talked about Addison McRae, slacked me.
Addison McRae.
Sorry. After we talked about Addison Rae, slacked me and was like, hey, I have all the unreleased demos and sent me a zip file.
Yes.
So shout out to you.
Yes.
You did the Lord's work.
Damn,
good
son,
leaks.
where'd
Good
you
leaks.
find this?
Positively.
Leaks of the year.
Yeah.
Leaks of the year. No, but we've been trying to turn internet native creators into quote unquote real celebrities for 15 years now.
Yeah.
And it's really hard. It's so rare.
Almost
and the
impossible,
best ones, going back to Mr. Beast or whatever, have is just never mind. Don't put me on network TV. I belong on YouTube.
Think about it, though.
And I'll make more money here.
Thank you. That's the thing too. It's just bro, what is the point of Mr. Beast going to CBS?
Yeah,
Viacom?
Mr. Beast doesn't need to be Jimmy Fallon.
But
What's the point?
But here's hot take. You read the Koblin story about how cable channels are just ghost and rerun networks now?
Our colleague John Koblin. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So what if one of these cable channels that's just rerunning home improvement shows, instead just showing Mr. Beast episodes all day long?
But it'll never
it doesn't change. But
it'll never be allowed to remain pure. Because then it's well, what if we just fix this lighting? What if we just do that? And as soon as you take him out of his native habitat,
I think TV is going to become more like YouTube. I don't think YouTube's going to get more like TV. I think TV is going to become more like YouTube.
My kids, they not even watching YouTube on their iPads, bro.
No,
They're watching YouTube on TV.
That's exactly right.
I don't got cable.
All right. We're talking about food reviewers. We're about to eat a snack.
Oh,
you want to eat a snack?
Oh, let's do
it. You
brought the snack.
I brought the snack. I feel like I should eat this because I've been eating them all day.
Yeah.
First time ever on Popcast Deluxe, the guest brought their own snack.
Should we have the cookies and then he has a different snack? Or
no, I think he should also have cookies.
Hey! Slap.
Pew! We gotta play Uzi, Just Wanna Rock.
Yeah, can we put different songs over Santa
He's
dancing?
doing I just got my
This
hip
is
replaced.
our version of the Kai Cenat live stream. We're just we got Santa. Santa's getting sturdy.
Yo, Santa getting sturdy. Oh, yeah. Everybody's just that's the thing that bugs me the most about the Kai Cenat streams is somebody will just dance and he's like, yo,
it's the greatest thing he's ever seen.
Yo, fam, you ducked down and you spun around. Yo, that's insane.
Shout out to the person who let us borrow this from the other part of the office. We'll return
the
it.
Walgreens down the street?
Yeah, no, we'll return it safely, I promise.
All right. Your wife, Heather.
Shout out Heather.
Baked John cookies.
Yes. Because, full circle moment, when John was interviewing me back in 2013, she was upstairs and she was just like, yo, you're getting interviewed by the Times, bro. Go to your sister's apartment because it's nicer. Number one, because she just got like her cabinets redone. Go to your sister's apartment downstairs, number one. Number two, you're not gonna give him nothing? Like you're not gonna bring him like
you're gonna come empty-handed to your New York Times interview?
Well, how dare you? So she's like, yo, it whips up like box cupcakes real quick. She's like ashamed. She's like, yo, they should have been made from scratch, but I used the box because he's like 20 minutes away. So like I just had to make it happen.
Amazing. So the note says, John,
you don't have to have cupcakes for me when I arrive to interview you, but
it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
But Heather said, John, enjoy the upgrade from cupcakes.
Phenomenal. Homemade cookies. Thank you, Heather. Thank you to the entire Heather Mero clan.
Yes. So we got what looks like a little pistachio joint. An almond.
Oh yeah,
an almond ball.
Because I said, what are these?
My mother-in-law makes some of these. They're delicious. I'm gonna take the almond cookie,
yeah.
and then we got
one of each, or?
We got a sprinkle. I'm gonna you get in here.
Peanut butter crisscross, holiday bonbons with cherries, and pistachio cookies.
There we go.
Oh wow,
This is delicious.
Oh yeah, wow. I
Oh
thought
my
this was
God,
an
I wasn't
almond
ready
cookie,
for that.
but it has a cherry center.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
damn.
Tastes like New Jersey.
Yo, I walked in the crib. I thought she was bagging up coke with so much flour on the kitchen island. I was like, yo, what are you doing?
John, I feel like this is like Venero's type beat.
Yeah, Court Street Pastry Shop.
Court Street. Yeah.
That's why I need
Okay,
that Manjaro.
All right, great. Nobody does peanut butter with the sprinkles. That's like a personality. That's like a that's a collab.
It's
That's
a
rare
collab.
collab.
Peanut butter and sprinkles, very rare.
Super rare.
Rare collab. Honestly, I thought those two were really good, but this is the one.
The pistachio is the one.
Bro,
I'm not even like, I don't even really bang with pistachio like that. This is the
so
one.
she sent me to the supermarket. She was like, yo, you got to get shelled pistachios. And I was like,
That's like $12 a bag.
yeah. And I was just like, all right. I was like, yo, can I just get the regular bag and you just shell them? And she was just like, she just sent me like the cursing face emoji. I was like, I got you.
Wow.
Wow,
So-
delicious.
This is incredible.
Delicious. I
Incredible.
mean, 10 out of 10 across the board.
I mean,
obviously.
honestly, but actually.
Yeah. Like perfect cookie.
Like,
They're
there's
not
like,
lying just because I'm here.
no, like not being polite, like genuinely would cop over and over again.
So that's the thing. I'm trying to get out the house, get a job. You know what I'm saying? Maybe start a bakery. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
Make some cookies out here in the New York Times office. Get a little kiosk.
Certified.
We sold these downstairs. You would do business.
You'd absolutely do business.
You heard it? See? There we go.
Big fact. Yeah. Mero, what a pleasure. Thank you for coming. Thank you for wearing the chain that Vicky got you. It's incredible.
Yo,
Incredible.
Vicky and Daddy Yankee both. You know what I mean?
Collab.
Turning to
Rare
Christ.
collab.
You know what I mean? Rare Christ collab. You know what I mean?
Joe, it's the end of the year.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Peace to Playboy Claus. Really happy to have everybody. That's our show. Every episode ever of the Popcast is at nytimes.com/Popcast. YouTube.com/Popcast is where you get all this greatness.
How could you be mad?
Mero, can you tell the people to subscribe real fast?
Come on, listen, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. Look at me. All right? Look at this slim face that Manjaro has given me. I can see my neck.
Not Spawn.
We have a Discord and a Facebook. Y'all know where that is.
Find it.
Yeah. Email us, popcast@nytimes.com. Subscribe anywhere you get your audio or audio-visual content. Look, it's been a beautiful year. We'll be back next year. Thank you to first of all, our senior producer, Sawyer Roque, is on vacation. Sawyer, we missed you today.
Sorry, Sawyer.
Sorry, Sawyer. Sorry you missed the cookies. Producer Pat Gunther is in the room today. Editor Jamie Heffitz is in the room today. Special thanks, as always, Leslie Davis, Nell Galogli, Karen Gans, Pedro Rosado,
Big Mike and Abe.
Big Mike and Abe.
Always with the assists.
Our video plugs. We will be back next year. Wow.